your artists or your clients, you're there because of them in a recording studio. They have to control, at the end of the day, how you're working, the nature of the process. Every artist is a little different. See if I can give you some examples of this. Okay. When I was an assistant engineer working on the Ohio Players records, I remember one day Sugar, who was the lead singer and guitar player and one of the main songwriters of the band, asking me to get his guitar. And I said, sure, what case is it in? And he looked at me, he waited about 3 beats, and he goes, I don't know, I've never seen the case. And right then I knew, okay, I'm in a different kind of group here. I got it. And it was one of my first introductions to artists who were going to choose to behave like stars. Cool. Learned my lesson. We moved on and got to work with them. They were great people and terribly talented, but they were stars. We had Michael Jackson in our studios in Chicago doing a record that R. Kelly produced a number of years ago, I want to say 8 or 10 years ago. Michael at the time was, of course, one of the biggest stars in the history of the music business. The most polite, courteous, charming. When he came in, hello to the receptionist, hello to everybody, and then went about his business, warmed up, did his vocal exercise, and got to work. And I just saw that, and I realized how instantaneously he enlisted the help of everybody, from the receptionist to the assistant engineer to the runner, just by being courteous. And so everybody's different. If you're meeting an artist for the first time, you've been thrown on a session, of course you don't know how it's going to go. Some sessions where it's a single artist are different from bands. When there are bands, there are intricate dynamics. We did at Chicago Recording Company, which was my home studio for many, many years, and I was the general manager of Chicago Recording Company for about 15 years. We did a long, involved project with the Smashing Pumpkins. Their biggest selling project, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, was all recorded at CRC with Flood was producing, and Alan Moulder was involved in this, some great production people, and Billy Corgan and his colleagues in that band. And it was a brilliant band at the height of their powers, but there were a lot of dynamics in the band. I mean, when you're in a band, you're married to 4 other people, you're married to 5 other people. It couldn't be more complicated. And if you're part of the production team, you have to kind of stay on the sidelines of that. You have to be very aware that that band was a band before they showed up at the studio. They're going to be a band when they leave. You have to help them, but you really can't allow yourself to be drawn into the marriage. You're not part of the band. And at that moment, it was a band, like all bands I see, where they are a family, and they may fight, and they may love, and they may hug, and they may yell, but we have to stay on the sidelines. We can't referee that stuff.